Happy Friday, YouTube guys, or maybe Saturday when you're watching this. Whatever the case may be, hope you're having a good weekend. I'm back on the car once again. So I'm continuing where we left off yesterday. I've been sanding on the left side of the car, trying to get everything roughed up, flattened out, and ready for re-clear. And in some cases repaint as necessary. So it's coming along. You know, I have the correct sandpaper now. It should have everything I need, but man, just sanding down the side of this car, I blew through like, let's say what, 20, 25, 26 pieces of sandpaper. Just seems to, the paper I have is some cheap paper, so it seems to clog up really quick. And as soon as it clogs up, I change it. You know, I'm not taking any chances, creating any issues. So what I have left to do is the top side of like the fender and the door. And I got some of this quarter, so I have to do this portion. I need to do the whole hood. And I never really did much with the hood lip, so I gotta spend some time. That's gonna take a little more time. This side, I just gotta go over a couple of areas just for, you know, consistency. And I need to do the top side of this door and rear quarter and this spot that I missed yesterday on the roof. This little back spot, I think I'm probably just gonna play it safe and do that by hand. You know, I had enough bad luck, and if I use the DA, I'm for sure I'm gonna burn through somewhere. Looks like I need to do that lower part of the quarter too. Somehow I didn't scuff that yesterday. So honestly, it's not a whole lot left to do, but I'm multitasking, trying to do some other things as well. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna stay on it, and I'll come back to you guys when I have the entire car scuffed to where I want it. Then we'll walk around and start to figure out what we need to do. All right, guys, let's get it. Motor City Riders, stay tuned. And all right, there it is, guys. Got it mounted up. The rear bumper is now on. Fully mounted and aligned. And even though it has its imperfections, it still looks good and completes the overall look of the car. Yeah. Bumpers from front to back. And looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. I started it up and pulled it forward so that I could get that bumper on. It's good to hear it run. She's still fired up. And there it is. Now I need to clean the white walls in the spot that I couldn't access before because it was tucked in the wheel. I have a 30 spot on each rear white wall. I'm gonna for sure clean that. There's nothing I hate worse than dirty white walls. Yep, both rear tires. But yeah, guys, there it is. Bumper is mounted, and man, there ain't much more left to do other than this rear trim and the radio and interior stuff. Miscellaneous beautification, door locks, trunk lock, etc. But yeah, there it is. Mini restoration is complete. It's never done. We'll keep working on it, but it's good for now. So I hope you guys like what you see. If so, hit the like button. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Just the bell notification so you don't miss any content. And yeah, thanks for being here. I'm your host, Shawnee C. at Motor City Customs. We're out of here, guys. Peace. Yo, all right, guys. So this is what we got today. So the grill is back in place, mostly cleaned up, but still could use some deep cleaning. The hash trim is on the fenders. The fender flag is on. Side trim. course, the famous Impala logo. The rear cove and tail lights, rear trunk emblem. Got all that stuff in play. And a repeat of the same on this side. So as you can see, it's really starting to come together and look like a nice car. So, you know, I did what I could, but I'm not trying to go too crazy with it, you know, and finish everything in one day. Like, I really want to put the front bumper on, but it can be a little bit tricky as it wraps around these fenders, and I don't want to scratch up the paint on the fenders. I got to kind of tape that area off, and I'd rather have like a second set of hands because the bumpers are heavy as hell, you know. So I want somebody to kind of help me hold that bumper and put it on. But, you know, arguably I could have got the door handles and the mirrors on, but they were kind of filthy dirty. I didn't find the new ones that I have yet, so for the time being, I'm going to put those on. But I just want to clean them up before I put them on, you know. It's like putting dirty underwear on after you get out the shower. You don't want to do that, so I don't want to put no dirty trim on a freshly painted car. You know, I think that helps make the point of what I'm trying to get at. But, man, you know, I'm happy with it. Let me just say it like that. Car looks good. I'm going to continue to polish on it and refine it, make it even better. There's a spot or two where I want to sand a little bit more and then rebuff. But all of that is like really minor stuff. All in all, I mean, just look at it. Looks damn good, you know. Looks damn good. So I'm going to be working on piecing together the little pieces of trim, getting the glass together, but not to be overlooked, man. I still need to paint this dashboard, you know. I didn't get a chance to do that, and I still can. There might be an opportunity next week where the weather is good, but man, it's gonna involve so much masking and blah, 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 but I need to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm on the fence though. I might try to just do it with rattle can. You know, so I don't have to deal with mixing up the paint and the compressor and all of that. But I don't know. That's kind of the lazy way. But we'll see. I'm going to pick something and just do it one day, and you guys will see. But with the dash, it's not just the top piece, right? You got to do the glove compartment, the bottom piece. I really should take all that trim off to do it right, and to take that trim off, a little bit of BS. You know, I had to pull the ignition switch, the cigar lighter. And although that sounds easy, sometimes it can be difficult. I mean, they have like a special tool. It's all kind of little BS, right? I've dealt with it before and I can do it, but don't really feel like it. So we'll see. I mean, I may just leave that for the spring, but I want to get this glass installed. But for that, for sure, I need a second set of hands. I got the front glass and the back glass chilling over here. The one glass is wrapped up in this, you know, it's dirty as hell. It was in my yard for the longest, and I got the new rubber gaskets still in the boxes. I need to clean those glasses up and at least get the gaskets installed to the glass, and then maybe one day somebody will show up here to help me, and I can snap in the front and back glass. I have the trim clips for the back glass, but I'm not sure if I have all the molding clips for the front glass. That's kind of important because that needs to go in right now. You see all these little holes. Those are for the trim clips, I believe, for some of them at least. You know, so yeah, you want to do that while the glass is out, obviously. So I got to work through some things. I need to purchase a carpet for the inside. It needs a headliner. I have some door panels in the trunk. They're just not installed, but as you can see, it's kind of mismatched. My door panels are black. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe down the road we'll get an interior kit, but to start with, it's just gonna be a little bit of red and black. You know, maybe I can get away with it. It's all part of the theme, right? Go with a black headliner and call it a day. But anyway, you know, it's coming together. Some of this trim I didn't throw on the fenders because it's dirty as hell, looks rough as hell. And you see you got that new hood lip molding. If I put some crusty headlight or fender trim on there is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm gonna try and clean that stuff up and see what we can do. And I didn't end up doing anything with the wiper cowl today. I'll probably work on that Monday. We'll see. We'll just go with the flow, guys. It's mostly together. I might even just hit the pause button on this altogether now and jump on this bad boy and get the engine set in there and whatnot. But we'll see. Who the hell knows? I'm just going to take it one day at a time because that's how it goes here at Motor City Customs. On that note, I'm your host, Shawnee C. And yeah, that's it for today. Signing out. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Adjust the bell notification so you don't miss any of the content. Select all. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. There'll be a whole lot of car stuff going on here. We're just getting started, so stay tuned. And I'm out. What's up, everybody? We're back today on a Tuesday with an update. So if you caught yesterday's video, you may have saw that I was trying to work with the old bumper and replace that center tin. We ran into some issues when we found out that the bumper was dented. I had mentioned that I was looking for one on the local Facebook marketplace, and luckily there was one that had just been listed a day or so before. It kind of caught my eye. I saw it. But the price, it wasn't cheap. So I said, hey, I'm gonna work with the one I got. But that's before I realized that mine was dented. So I negotiated a little bit with the gentleman and was able to pick this one up. So took the drive to go get this from way out in the country, picked it up and brought it back. So as you can see, it's in much better shape. I'll try to clean it up a little bit. Hopefully this not scratches. No, it's just dirt. But yeah, the gentleman told me, this came off a nice Southern car. But apparently, I guess they were planning to race it. They did something, a ZL1 motor or something or the other. So they ended up putting an aluminum bumper on that car. And therefore, they had the original steel bumper in pristine shape. So I'm happy to have it, and now we'll end up, I guess, using the other one on the blue car. So I have it here. I just kind of stuck it in front of the car, but like I said, I'm gonna wait until I have help to install it because I don't want to risk scratching the paint. And they're heavy. They're really heavy. So what I started to do was just to inventory some of my trim, since we're getting to the point to where, I'm putting things back together. And I made a disappointing discovery that I was missing quite a bit of the chrome trim that I thought I had, When I got the car, it was just a bunch of trim in the trunk and a jumbled mess. Nothing's labeled or tagged, but all the important stuff looked like it was there. So, I took that and ran with it. But when I took a deeper look today, a lot of the stuff was not there. For example, this was there, which is good. This goes here. But the piece for the other side is missing. The top windshield trim that goes right here, that's there. But there's several other pieces that are not there. On this side, like you see, all this belt molding trim is there. The other side is missing in action. This is here. It's just kind of laying in place here. The rear glass trim, upper, oh shit, don't want to scratch the paint. But yeah, the upper and lower pieces of that, those trim pieces are available. But I think it's more so when we get to the passenger side where some pieces are missing. This is not there. I should have that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna trip, okay? Because worst case scenario, this car has everything we need. But the issue with that is this car is not a parts car, so I don't want to start taking stuff apart on that to put this together. But at the end of the day, I will, because this red one is much closer to being ready to go. But again, back to what's missing. This pillar trim is all missing too. And the lower windshield trim, gone. You know, I'm like, oh my God, you know. And best believe none of this trim is cheap. You know, all of this stuff is expensive. So I said, okay, well, cool. You know, I got these parts cars in the back. Let me jump outside and see what I got if I get lucky. And as you will soon see, the cars that have the trim that would match up to that car.
Your destination is on the left.
Oh my God, I still have my GPS on. Anyway, but all that stuff is missing, right? You look back here, you can see this car has been picked clean. Trim is gone. The good thing though, this piece is here. I can use this and this off of this car. But everything else, like along the doors, all that stuff is gone. So I said, okay, cool, let's jump over and check the other 64. Similar, all that trim is gone. This is here once again, so I guess we got two options. But luckily we do have this trim, this bottom piece for the windshield. So I'll come snag that off of here. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I probably should since the sun is shining, but yeah. But see, like the one, these, I don't need these pieces here because I already have that on the driver's side of the 63, but the passenger side I need. So all I'm getting at is just bad luck, you know. Majority of the pieces I need are missing. Here's something cool to look at. Big spider web. See that? Just in time for Halloween. Yeah. But anyway, so that's my dilemma. You know, I was hoping that the trim would have been here on this door. But honestly, I have a couple of more doors. I need to double check. I might get lucky and have those pieces. But you know, it's just one of those things when you're on a roll, you think you're getting ready to, you know, put everything together, and then you really take stock of it, and it's like, man, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. Unexpected setbacks, you know, things that impact the budget and slow things down. But like I said previously, like, this car is not on any timetable. It's no major disruption. It's just being aware. You know, I should have really took inventory as soon as I got the car and said, hey, do I really have everything before I started any major project? But that's okay. We'll get it sorted out. But that's pretty much what's happening. Man, I'm really happy with the bumper. I think that was definitely worth it, and that's going to look real good on the car. Nice, shiny front bumper. The back bumper is going to look nice too. I just got to spend some time and clean it up. Maybe, honestly, that's probably what I'll do today. To start cleaning up the rear bumper, because I need to throw that on too. But yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, soda cookie crumbles. Live and we learn. You think you have everything, and then you find out, shit, I wasn't paying close enough attention. But that's all right. I'm not gonna trip off of it. On that note, guys, I think we'll just, yeah, I'm just gonna probably tackle these bumpers, man. I'm gonna take a good look at these and figure out which one is right for the car and which one has the is in the best shape, and start changing that center tin on it if necessary. Because I can't remember that this one looks like it's okay. Might just be dirty, so I'll take a look. We'll see. Clean up the bumper and get that thrown behind the car and ready to go. And yep, plan for what we'll do later in the week. That's it for now, guys. I'm your host, Shawnee C, here at Motor City Customs. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please hit that like button. And yeah, just stay tuned. I'll be bringing you more and more as we make progress, and even as we run into issues like we have here today. It's bittersweet, you know. We got a new bumper, but it's like, damn, now we need to go find a bunch of trim. Yeah, it's what it is, guys. But yeah, stay tuned. Talk to you guys again in the very near future. Motor City Customs, Shawnee C, out of here. What's up, everybody? Back in the shop on a Friday, and just want to give you guys some updates because I did a bunch of work today, but I didn't really vlog any of it, you know, but I figured, hey, you know, I'll still at least give you guys an update. So if you watched the most recent video, we were having some trouble with the windshield. We had the wrong windshield and we got the correct one. Got it installed and had second thoughts on it because of some delamination, etc., causing a couple of hazy spots. But after sleeping on it, I just decided to go ahead and leave it for now. It's really not that bad in terms of delamination. Once the trim is installed and the wipers are on there, it kind of hides most of it. So with that said, you may notice, you see the trim on there. So I went ahead and reinstalled all the bright work / trim all the way around the windshield. I got the door glass installed on the passenger side here. Man, that was a hell of a fight. That's one thing I really don't like doing on these cars. It's always a hassle trying to get the window regulator into the run channel of the window and get everything lined up just right, you know. Maybe I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I always manage to get it done, but I never get it done easily. With both manual windows and the power windows, even worse. But I got it done, and yeah, so, you know, now it looks much better, right? It looks a lot more like a car now. In the rear, I did find that I had one more piece of the trim, but I'm still missing this, the piece that goes right here to the belt molding. So because of that, I didn't, you know, fully install this. I just got this trim laying on here. But you can see how much better the car looks when it has all the trim on there, all the bright work. Everything just ties in nicely together and it starts to pop really nice. So, you know, we'll get there, because if all goes well, I'll get the rest of that trim tomorrow, as well as the glass too. And with the glass, you know, we'll swap it out at some later date. But right now, I'm happy with this. This is good enough. The car is now watertight if I need to put it outside or something like that. I don't plan to do that right away, but we may. There's some other things coming up on the horizon where we may need the shop space. I don't want to announce anything prematurely, but just stay tuned. There's some other stuff going on that we more than likely will be starting on here in short order, and may cause us to work in parallel on this Fleetwood and one other project at the same time. But just stay tuned and we'll see what comes to fruition. But in the meantime, man, hey, give me a shout out for this, man. We did that, you know. Painted this car, did body work we needed to do, and got this bad boy together, reassembled in a pretty decent amount of time, you know. We haven't been working on this thing for like weeks on top of weeks, or, you know, 6 months, anything crazy like that. We just grinded it out, you know, put in the work, made the effort, and got a lot of things accomplished. So that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna do a little bit more work. I still need to put in the little regulator for this vent window. I have that inside. And I have some other miscellaneous things I can do on the car today. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and maybe add that to the clip on the back end. But I was just so excited once I got the glass in there and all the trim on there. I threw the wipers on there. I need some fresh blades, but like I'm saying, the chrome, you know, it just makes everything pop, you know. I'm still missing the hood emblem. You know, I think I might go ahead and order that today. I've been holding off, but now that the car is to this point, I want to see that on there because that really, really makes it look a bit better. My one regret right now is this damn antenna hole, though. I really don't want to put that single mast antenna back in there. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I should have welded it up. And we could always do that at a later date. But it's the one regret. I should have took care of that before I painted the car. But you know how it goes, you know. At first I was like, I'm just going to throw the antenna in there. You know, but the more I think about it, I really want the dual antennas on the back. That's how I really typically rock these cars. You know, I just have to drill the holes and mount them up. But we'll get to it. One step at a time. I also still need to get the door lock cylinders. I mean, I have some that came with the car, but I don't have the key for them. So, you know, I don't want to go try to get a key cut and all that crap. I'll just spend the $40 or $60 or whatever it costs to buy the new locks, because I also need one for the trunk. So I got to order that stuff. And then I guess we got to transition into the interior. All right, you guys haven't seen a whole lot of the interior. It's kind of like a burgundy color with a mixture of some black. Like you see in the back, the rear panels and armrests are black. The door panels are that exact same black. I got them laying in the trunk here. I need to probably take those out and take a look at them and see how usable they are. I got the other piece of carpet laying back there. That's like goes on the speaker deck back here. It's like a trim panel that rests back there. I got to take a look at that too. It looks kind of dirty, filthy. I might have to buy a new one. But yeah, I'm gonna pull those panels out. Some of this trim you see here, this is like for the interior, because you know, I need a headliner. The headliner had been torn out of here, so there's still a few little things to be done. You know, the project is not 100% complete, but man, it's come a long, long way from where it originally was. And this other stuff is like very light work. You know, I got to buy the carpet, etc. So, yeah, and even with the door panels, I think for the time being, we're just going to rock them black. I'll keep my eyes open and see if we come across something, or maybe we might dye them to match the seats. You know, they have some basically it's like spray paint, but it's for material, fabric, vinyl, whatever, and we can try to color match it to the same material we see here on the seats. But I don't know if I want to do that, you know. I really don't. Maybe my buddy might come across a red car or a red interior. I'll keep my eyes out open on Marketplace and eBay and see if we can't come across something. I also need to purchase a few other things like the weather strip for the run channel, door jambs, etc. Same for the trunk. This channel needs a weather strip. So there's still some loose ends. Let me just say it like that. But the bulk of the heavy lifting has been done. What we were trying to accomplish for the time being is considered done. So what I'm getting at is the updates for this car are going to slow down now, okay? You'll get updates here and there, but I don't want to give you an update. Hey, I put the hood emblem on. No, you know, nobody wants to see that. And at this point, I think we might have did, you know, in terms of content, I think it was a good stopping point. So more than likely, we're going to pause it for this vehicle here, and I'll just bring you like little smaller updates here and there when I finally get stuff done on the interior and, you know, the weather stripping and all this other little knick-knack stuff. But all in all, the thing is done. I have a few other things floating around in my mind. Wheels, I might change these up. I kind of like it right now, but we'll see. I wouldn't mind having some all chromes on here. I do have it set, but I need to get tires mounted and whatnot, so we may throw those on there and see what they look like, etc. Still have to install the radio and some sort of sound system, so there's a ton of little stuff that we'll eventually get to. I want to put some nice LED lights on the interior. More than likely gonna change these headlights with some nice red halos or something like that. And yeah, just keep making it better and better. So like I said, as we do little improvements like that, you guys will get a chance to see it. But for the most part, this one is gonna be on the back burner now. So, hey, we did it. One more time, let me just say that I'm proud of myself. And I hope this encourages a lot of you folks out there too who may have a project at home that you haven't been working on for whatever reason. Just realize that, you know, you're more powerful than you think. You can do a lot more than you think if you just step out the box and try. Okay? Now, with that said, we're going to wrap it up. I'm your host, Shawnee C., here at Motor City Customs, Detroit, Michigan. And this is pretty much, I don't know if we're going to call it the final episode, but close to the stopping point on the 63 Impala project. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll be back with more content in the very near future. We're out of here. Peace.